What is up, fans? The game just ended with the Tua interception. Fitting. Very, very fitting. This is a game that is so frustrating, man. It's another game where, we go into half with a lead and then, we give up so many points and, negative 31 point differential going into the second half. Real quick though, shout out to Sleeper, man. It's the only bright spot I got. The fact that I have a fantastic sponsor in Sleeper. Go check them out. Use promo code DDW. You get 100% up to $100. I didn't expect them to win. And then they brought us back in. And then they lost the way they lost. Let's look at stats real quick. Justin Herbert, 29 for 38, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 112 passer rating. Man had all day to throw in that pocket until the end, and we'll talk about that. Vidal, of course, I pick up Hassan Haskins, put him on my fantasy team. He gets 16 carries for 14 yards, whereas Vidal gets 18 carries for 124 yards. Makes sense. Makes sense. Also, he has 3 catches, 14 yards, and a touchdown. Cool. Makes sense. I have the worst fantasy luck. Ladd McConkey, 7 catches, 100 yards. One of them got him into field goal range because, again, we'll talk about that. Oronde Gadsden fumbles. Keenan Allen fumbles, but they get the ball back. They had 2 sacks on the day, so they weren't really getting after Tua. And the funny thing is, the Chargers picked up the Ravens pass rusher, and he got a sack on the day. Then you look at the Dolphins. Tua, 21 for 32, 205 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. 2 of them were 100% his fault. The last one just happened because, hey, let's try to give us a chance. Nope. Boop. Throws a dumb interception. The other one, Waddle threw it right to the cornerback's hands, but still 2 interceptions, just a horrible play from Tua. Devon Achane, 16 carries, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had himself a beautiful day. No one else got any carries on the day. Malik had 1 and Ollie Gordon had 2. No one. Jalen Waddle, 6 catches, 95 yards. Darren Waller, 2 catches, 12 yards and a touchdown. Man was barely targeted. Jordan Brooks scooped up the Oronde Gadsden fumble. 1 sack on the day. 1 sack on the day. Facing an offensive line that was decimated at the tackle position with injuries, and we had 1 sack on the day. Oh, and again, they rushed for 124 yards. Someone's got to get fired. I don't give a crap that we only lost by 2. I don't give a crap that we took a lead with 40-something seconds left in the game. I don't give a crap. Someone needs to get fired. You are 1-5. Again, for the 2nd year in a row. Fire somebody. Just fire somebody. They had more yards. They had more first downs. They also had more penalties, more 3rd down conversions. They had more 4th down conversions. 2 for 7 in their red zones. We were 2 for 3. They had more time of possession. What else? It's just they were the better team. We had the chance to win it. Jalen Phillips literally had Justin Herbert sacked, and he got out of it and hit McConkey, and he ran it all the way down to the 20-something, 15-something yard line. And that's how they lost the game. Now, the interception sucked, and for a whole quarter, the Dolphins offense couldn't do a gosh darn thing. They score 14 points in the 3rd quarter. The Dolphins scored 0 points in the 3rd quarter. But then obviously in the 4th quarter, we wake up, we go down the field, score 2 touchdowns. Fantastic. This is just an undisciplined team. This team just can't find a way to win games. They shoot themselves in the foot consistently. I don't know how many times we have a nice play down the field on a 3rd and 8 called back on holding. We had Tua throwing a dumb interception. We also had Tua overthrowing receivers. He's looked off as can be in this game. A defensive line getting no pressure. It wasn't until the last drive where they needed to march down the field to get a field goal that we decided to have 3 pass rushers go after the quarterback. And guess what? It actually worked. We had Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, and Chop on the field with Sealer go after the quarterback, and it worked. We got consistent pressure then. But we waited until the last drive. It made no sense. No sense at all. Waddle had, again, the Olay, but outside of that, he bobbled some catches, but still made the catches. We tried a 60-yard field goal. A 60-yard field goal. Why? I don't know. Made no sense to me. Absolutely no sense to me. What else? I'm like looking at our plays, and it's just like Devon Achane had himself a day, man. He had himself a day. He went off. 128 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. But then at some point they abandoned the run again. This team is just, someone needs to get fired. And if Stephen Ross doesn't fire somebody today or tomorrow, then, it gets to the point where like, what are we doing here? We go to Cleveland, we go to Atlanta, we're home for Baltimore. I don't see this team winning. I don't see how this team is going to be able to win in the month of October. Because you faced an offensive line that was beat up, and you didn't get any pressure until that last drive. You had 1 sack on the day. Now, some of that is Justin Herbert, right? You had any other quarterback back there, they're getting sacked. You had Joe Flacco or, anyone else back there, Aaron Rodgers, they're getting sacked. Justin Herbert's just that type of quarterback that he's got tree trunks for legs. But you got to hit him, man. Make the sack. Kills me because I'm a huge Jalen Phillips fan, and that man he constantly is there, and they get away. Every time he makes a hit, they just get out of it. And it just drives me absolutely nuts. At this point, this team is like a 3-win team, if they're lucky. They'll probably beat the Jets again, which will probably hurt them in getting the first overall pick because the Jets are bad. Who else are we looking at the schedule? It's like, I don't even think we beat the Saints, if I'm being 100% honest with you, because the Saints are playing really well. I don't even know what the final score of that game is. We don't beat the Steelers. Possibly beat the Bengals, but it depends on how Joe Flacco played. Again, I haven't really watched any other games. Outside of that, they're not beating anybody. 3 wins. This team's a 3-win team. It's just sad that you go from 2023, where this team at one point had the number 1 seed, and we had a 3-game lead on the division, and the team was red hot. The offense was number 1 in the NFL, and then things just started to crumble. Injuries. Everything just started crumbling, and it completely fell apart. Then 2024, Tua gets hurt. And again, same thing, just starts falling apart, crumbling. Now it's like there's nothing, man. It's just the team was built poorly. Our pass rush and our defensive line can't do anything against bad offensive lines. The secondary is doing the best that they can. Rasul Douglas is a fantastic signing that should have happened sooner. Our rookie left guard is struggling. At some point, you need to take him out for his own, mental development, because he's just struggle bus city. And the bright spots is Devon Achane, Darren Waller when he's used properly, Rasul Douglas, Riley Peterson, our kicker, and the special teams. Outside of that, everything's bad. Linebackers are bad. Defensive line is bad. Offensive line is bad. Tua is bad. Receivers, they're all right. Waddle's doing his thing, but again, he keeps triple catching balls. It's just driving me nuts. Safeties aren't good. It's just bad. This team is it's a bad team. And at some point, Stephen Ross needs to do something. Now, again, if I'm making the decisions, I'm firing Greer first. I'll let McDaniel keep his job because it's not only that Greer bought the groceries, but also Greer's been here since 2016. My apologies. He's been here for 9 years. You got to fire him. Fire Greer and then start searching for a new GM. I don't know if you can grab anyone from another team, but this is such a Dolphin way to lose the game. You know, we're down 6-13. Everyone's hopes off. I took off my jersey. I took my hat off. I'm not wearing any Dolphin stuff anymore until they prove whatever. And they score a touchdown. And then the defense stops them. And then they score another touchdown. And you're like, oh, look at this. All right, we're up by 1. If it's not the offense letting us down, it's the defense letting us down. It's always one or the other. It's never like a full team victory. One or the other is going to let us down. Offense bounces back. They score 2 touchdowns. We get the lead. There's 46 seconds left. Boom, they march down the field. On one play to McConkey. This is just an undisciplined, horrible team, and someone needs to be fired. Hopefully, someone does. We'll see. If it happens today, I'll make a video. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully making a video talking about who got fired. Other than that, like usual, stay classy. We're in this together. Fins up.